The joys of living with chronic illness. It's hard to shoot YouTube. I was in the middle of shooting a film and the phone rings, and I'm going, okay, I'll just take this phone call. It'll be fine, it'll be quick. And it's my infusion company. They've been trying to get antibiotics because I've been sick with pneumonia. You can probably kind of hear it a little bit. I've been sick with it for quite a while. My doctor wanted 3 weeks ago for me to get a renewal on prescription to keep doing IV antibiotics. I don't even know what happened. It's been a big, long saga of a story. I guess they submitted it, or maybe they did it, I don't know. And then I contacted the infusion company and they said, we never got the paperwork. So then they submitted a renewal back to my doctor's office, and the doctor's office is like, we never got the renewal. So then I had both of them call each other and they were able to fax it to each other, and it finally got submitted. And then last week they were trying to get everything approved, and then they were saying they had problems with my insurance, and they finally got that all resolved. And then they supposedly needed another form signed by my doctor, and I never was notified about this. And then I just got called. I'm sorry you haven't had your prescription, but we haven't received some paperwork. And I'm going, oh, well, thanks for telling me. So then I just called the doctor and was like, have you received this paperwork? No. Well, is there a possibility it might be hanging around the office? No. But the receptionist was really nice, and she goes, I'll call the pharmacy. I'm like, thank you, thank you. So maybe after 3 weeks of waiting, I might get antibiotics, and maybe I'll also sometime today finish shooting a video that I'm in the middle of filming, because that's what happens when you're trying to do YouTube and have a life with all these medical issues, is things get very chaotic very quickly. So I'm very happy now. I couldn't shoot before because I was almost crying because I was so upset. I'm going, oh, please, not another complication. And hopefully this is just a minor setback, and maybe I'll get these antibiotics soon because it's been 3 weeks. Okay, that's been my life, and thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. Hello, it's been a couple hours, and let me give you an update. I finally was able to talk to the pharmacist at the pharmacy. She's the one coordinating everything, and she cleared up a lot of issues. First of all, the paperwork was returned by my doctor's office last week, but it was filled out incorrectly, so they can't use it. So they've been trying to send them new paperwork and get that filled out properly, and then have that returned back to the pharmacy. In the meantime, my pharmacist knows I have not been feeling well. I was really quite sick last week. And she went ahead and asked her manager and begged her to be able to send me out the antibiotic without the properly filled out paperwork, just stating, we can get this later. It's not the end of the world. We have everything on file. And the manager agreed. So my pharmacist was trying to send it out to me last week, Friday, but unfortunately, our phone was not working. We had a major internet power outage last week, and it messed up our internet, and our internet was down for a number of days, and we finally got that resolved on Thursday. And then our phone was supposed to have been working because it's voiced over the internet phone, and I guess it's not working. We can make calls out, but any calls coming in go directly to a voicemail that I can't access, and I don't know where those phone calls are going. So apparently we've been receiving calls for the last several days. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I don't know, like almost a week, I guess. It's been a long time. And I've wondered why our phone has been so silent. But thankfully, my mom was trying to call me this morning, and she's like, it's not working right. So I turned on my cell phone, which I never use. And the pharmacy does have my cell phone in case of emergency backup, that if I'm in the hospital or something that I'm not at home, they do call my cell phone. So thankfully today I had that on, and that's how they got in contact with me, which I had no idea our landline was not working. But now I know that, so I have my cell phone on, but it's still an inconvenience because a lot of people have my landline and they don't have my cell phone because I don't use my cell phone. So I have no idea who's calling me, and I'm not getting their calls. So I hope we can get that figured out. So that's another wonderful, fun adventure we get to do today. But let me go back to my pharmacy story. So the pharmacist said they got approval, like a temporary fix for the moment until they can get the proper paperwork faxed back to them. And the manager said they can send out the antibiotics. So she is going to get it ready, send out the antibiotic today, and I can get the antibiotic tomorrow. Oh, I am so excited and so happy. But now I have to work on the phone. I feel like it's one thing after another. Last week it was the internet, now it's the antibiotic, now it's our phone. Oh my goodness. It's never dull here. Everything is just happening in chaos, but thankfully not all at the same time. So that's my update, and I'm so happy that you joined me, and I'm so happy that the story has a happy ending. And I really hope you like and subscribe down below, and I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye. Hello, my delivery just arrived, and look, I've got my antibiotic. I am so excited. I can hardly believe it is finally here, and now I can infuse this and hopefully be on the path to better health.